Hey everybody, welcome. I'm really excited about this. Are you struggling in getting conversions in your funnels, working hard at your online business, or you're just starting out, or you've been at it for a long time and just can't get over the hump and you feel like you're just missing something? What am I missing? I can't put my finger on it. Guys, in these video series, we're going to talk about Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson and 3 methods that nobody is talking about. Guys, with these 3 methods, if you follow them and follow this book closely, it will turn your business around. Guys, I'm really excited about this. My name is Darren Hyatt, and I'll see you in those videos. Hi everybody, welcome to this video. Nope, it's not a review. I do this every time. Tonight, we're going to continue our series on Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. And on that picture off the side of me, I think right or left, whatever, maybe that's Russell Brunson. And this guy, just a little bit backstory, I guess I've been an entrepreneur ever since I was a little kid. Always getting into stuff, always trying to make money, make ideas, do stuff to make money, anything I could do to make money. I like the idea of just taking something and turn it around and making money off it. And this book, I always struggled. I always wanted to do it beyond my own. And I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I've probably spent 25 years trying to put something together to eliminate that 9 to 5, to the dream. And I just always thought I was missing something. And I followed guru after guru after guru. And they all pretty much, they taught the same thing. The borderline of everything. They didn't do it on purpose, but I don't think they knew how to put out the exact framework so you could connect. I don't know. Or was it was just me? I don't know, but always felt I was missing something until I started reading Russell Brunson's books, and it was Expert Secrets. I read first the old one, and then .com Secrets, the old one, and I haven't read the new one yet. But so far, this is what I've been missing. And guys, welcome to my journey. Step into my life, and I will do my best. I'm going to go through this book, and my goal is that you either would pick this book up, purchase it, or if you already have it, read it, and don't try to reinvent the wheel yourself. Become a humble student and put this stuff into work, and I promise you it will change your business, if not your life, probably. I'm hoping it will yours like it did mine. But first, we've been through just a little recap real quick. We talked about the dreamer. You got that spark, your curiosity, getting into things like I was when I was younger, doing things, experimenting. Then you become the reporter. You're following those people that are already successful, and then you're putting what you learned them. And Russell talked about how don't cheat, or I don't know if he didn't say in certain words. He talked about don't take this. You want to put your own spin on it. And he talked about how you read. You go through and be a reporter, and you take all this stuff and write it down, and it's some stuff you might not agree, you will agree or not agree. Then you put your personality in it and your spin on it. Then we go. See, you got the dreamer, the reporter. Then you want to create your framework, and how Russell, he gave the analogy of how he was a wrestler in college, and how he was a very good wrestler, and his coach asked him to come teach, and he had a hard time teaching these kids. So he created a framework how to teach these kids, and it made him a better athlete because he created a framework so these kids could learn from him and how great a wrestler he was. So he applied that to his ClickFunnels business and hence his books. And what these books are is his framework. If you could read that. Sorry. So guys, now today last one we talked about phase 3. Now we're going to talk about, this one's a little shorter, but yet really important. Work for free. Phase 4, work for free, serving your future dream clients. Now, it never occurred to me, I know, until a year or so ago that, it sounds bad. Give my stuff away for free? What the heck? That's not true. And I already knew. You have to think of others, take care of others. You serve others, and you always forget about your issues, right? But just don't forget about yourself, but put others first, but don't forget about yourself. But anyway, I'm going to read this first chapter real quick. So we're from the growth stage. Now we're headed toward contribution, being a servant. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I'm going to read this first paragraph here. After and only after you have proven your framework works for you, the human guinea pig, it's time to start testing the process on other people. The next phase is one that most people mistakenly skip. This is where you prove the framework that you've created don't just work for you, but will work for other people too. Let's see. This is important because at first, chances are that you and your frameworks won't be very good, and that's okay. As his friend said, and his friend is named Garrett J. White, once said, no matter what you do, in the beginning, it's going to suck because you suck. Guilty. But you'll get better and you'll suck less. And as you keep doing this, eventually you'll suck so little, you'll actually be good. So guys, and my analogy about that is we all suck when we start out, but you'll always suck. Why? Because, what I'm saying is you'll always suck if you don't take action. So do yourself due diligence and take action so you could get good. And if you quit now, how do you know? How do you know what you would have been like when you got good? And how many people are waiting for you? Just like Russell said back in the book, he says you have an obligation to share your talents, and there's people out there waiting for you. And I'm going to go on to say here, and he says this next phase is all about testing your frameworks. Now, Russ goes on to talk about how he wanted to create a $50,000 a year high achieving, it's a circle group for high achievers, and he wanted to charge that kind of money a year to join. And he said to himself, yeah, you could say I had a lot against me. And he felt to himself he hasn't proven himself yet. He says here, first of all, no one likes to hear you talk about yourself. If you went up to somebody and say, I got this circle, I'm inviting these people to my circle so you could learn how to build funnels and make a lot of money. And I'm going to charge you $50,000 a year. And they're going to look at you like, what? No one would like to hear that. First of all, they don't like you to hear about yourself. And, and that's where how you feel about being inadequate. You don't have, that's where he's talking about you have to prove yourself. Now, you don't have to go after people. When you go to prove yourself and you're getting your framework together, it could be something as simple as putting a lead magnet together and giving it away and building your email list. And then that way you're proving yourself how to put that, and that lead magnet could be how to become affiliate network marketer. and you could get a lot of input, and as you're building your email list from your email list, and that's when you warm them up. Well, anyway, that's a whole nother training. So, and I'm going to read a little bit more here. One of the first things I teach people is to figure out their dream customer is. I already had an idea about the types of entrepreneurs he wanted to work with, so I started looking around for those people, and soon I met a guy named Drew Canole. Now, this guy here owned a company. It was called Fit Life TV. Russell said he was an awesome guy, and he finally talked Drew Canole into coming in and help him turn his business around with what he has, his frameworks he just created. And he offered him to do it for nothing. And he said that he was kind of thought it was weird. You're going to come in my business and do this for nothing? And he reluctantly agreed. So he let to come serve his business for a day. And I think he still thought there was some kind of catch to it, an ulterior motive, he said. So it took him a month. They flew out, met with the whole team, and he found that their funnels were making money, but they weren't profitable. I helped them, and he goes on, says here, I helped them fix their current funnels, and we help build a funnel for the upcoming launch for their new supplement, Organifi. Overall, between the day I spent in Fit Life TV's office and the time going back and forth through email, I think I invested in a month's coaching. Drew's team through the whole funnel building process for free. At the end of it, they launched their Organifi funnel, which has gone on to make them tens of millions of dollars per year. So he didn't go and ask Drew for any money for his help, but Drew made a video for him, and it talked about how the transformation in his business. Drew made a video. Did I say that right? Drew made a video for Russell, and he talked about transformation in his business with Russell's help. And so Russell had this video, and after he saw the video, he knew he was ready to launch his inner circle for 50 grand a year. He had finally real results. His team, he goes on to say here, my team and I put the video into an online funnel and launched our new coaching program. People saw Drew talking about his transformation, and almost instantly the program started to grow. We set a cap of only 100 entrepreneurs in my inner circle at any given time, and despite the fact that we charge 50 grand per year to be a member, right now we have a waiting list of people fighting to get in. I think this book is a few years old, so I'm sure. So, and he goes on to say, the goal with this or any kind of business is not to lead. This is very important to write this down. The goal with this or any kind of business is not to lead with how can I sell my product. Instead, you want to ask, how can I serve my people? Now, guys, I know you're thinking this is what I was thinking. Boy, you're first starting out, and we're in the same boat. I said, I can't do this circle, but you could apply this applies to small things too. Just something real small. If you don't have an email list, just like I mentioned a second ago, you create a product. You go through this step that Russell teaches here, and you create a small product. You give it away for free. It could be little simple things, depending on what niche you're in, how to create a product, or you could use somebody else's product, just like I'm doing here, Russell Brunson's book. And you could take and give your for free and build your email list. Then you warm up your email list through email sequences. And then what's really neat about an email list is they're all, and if you're the right niche, now that's a whole training. there, but everybody, they're all same people that are familiar. They're your dream customer in the niche. And it's hard to explain to this because a lot of you are probably in different niches, right? Or let's say maybe a cooking niche, a health and fitness niche, a marketing niche. But you just, everybody on that same niche, and you just email, communicate, create a relationship, then you sell them and give them stuff to help them further them along their journey. And we all know what everybody's journey is, right? We all got the basic, right? We want to make a living enough to get away from our 9 to 5. Now, if you're in this, I can't really relate to anybody who wants to do this for a hobby. I only could relate to people that wants to make a living and change other people's lives. So everybody is basically the same, right? You just help them with their journey. Then once you've proven what you've done, then you create a framework with it and teach others and move them up the ladder. Then you could have that high ticket offer, just like Russell did. But anyway, guys, that's what I got tonight. In this next video, this is phase 5 in Expert Secrets, becoming an expert. Now we're moving from the growth through the contribution. You know how to create your framework to be a framework. You know how to be a framework creator. Now you learned why you need to be a servant. And then it's time to take the people up that. Now there's a little, it's pretty cool. There's a little stick figure that he puts in his books. Can you see that? Oh boy, my picture is horrible. Okay, got that? But anyway, a little stick figure. If that don't come across, it's all good. But now, like I said a little bit ago, guys, if you don't have this book yet, or you do have it, pick it up, start reading it, go through it. If you got the whole bundle, my preference is start with this one and .com Secrets. If you don't know a lot about funnels and the basics, start with .com Secrets, then this one, or do them both, jump back and forth, or whatever you want to do. But guys, in this link below this, in this YouTube video, at the very first of the description is a link to this, to get this book for free. And I make probably $1 a book, but if you buy the bundle, I do make a little bit. But my goal here is to change some lives, create some relationships. Entrepreneurism is a lonely world. Not all people think alike. People think I'm crazy. Just and I bet a lot of you could relate to that. And they always ask, what do you do? But anyway, guys, this is all I got tonight. And the next one's called Becoming an Expert. And we're going to be moving into the more contributing phase. And we'll start talking about this, creating your story. And at the first, he says, once you've gone through the first 4 phases, you'll be ready to start using your framework and leading people up that value ladder. And eventually we're going to talk about the value ladder and how that works. Guys, I'm excited about it. I'm done with another one. And any questions or anything in the questions in the description below, the comments, feel free to comment. But anyway, thanks again. Don't forget about that link, and God bless, and have an awesome evening. And see you on the next video or review.